Hi there, my name's Ricky Fleming. I'm a reviewer, interviewer for a webzine based up here in Scotland called the Moshville Times. I've been carrying out a lot of interviews in the last few months, and with it being a new year and all that, New Year's resolutions and things, I thought I would try and do online reviews. So this is in fact my first online review. So I apologise in advance if it doesn't go according to plan. A question that I like to ask bands in interviews is the internet a good thing or a bad thing for bands? And in this case, it definitely was a good thing in social media as a whole, because it's in a Facebook group that I was in. A gentleman by the name of Sean Fraser, who I'd never heard of in my life, never met, put up a simple question asking people to name their favourite death metal vocalists. So admittedly, I had a couple of Jack Daniels by this time, and I put in my tuppence worth. And then he proceeded to ask for my opinion on the band that he had just signed for his record label, Wise Blood Records. Now, the band in question was called Mother of Graves, and the song was The Urn. After listening to the track once, I just knew this was the shit. I had to find out more about the band. I proceeded to listen to it a good couple of times more, and then I went back to Sean and gave him this favourable feedback, and he proceeded to send me a promo of the EP for me to review, which again, I thank you very much for that, Sean. Now, as I stated, the band in question is called Mother of Graves. They hail from Indianapolis and were formed in 2018, and in fact a death doom band. Before this EP, they had released 2 singles, and the title of the second single, In Somber Dreams, is the title of the EP. On the EP, there are 4 tracks. Now, in a lot of their promo material, a lot of the influences are like My Dying Bride, Paradise Lost, October Tide, Katatonia. But for me, the vast majority of it is early Katatonia. Now, I'm not talking about Brave Murder Date Katatonia. For me, it was a breakthrough album for Katatonia, the Discouraged Ones, where I see a lot of references in this EP. Obviously, with the main difference is the growls that are in this EP, whereas the Discouraged Ones, it was clear singing. So, I mean, a clear example of that is at the beginning of the Nameless Burial, whereas there's, for me, a clear reference to the Discouraged Ones, a beautiful melodic riff that starts off the song. There's also wee tints of My Dying Bride in there as well. For example, in the track Deliverance, I had a wee bit of the somber tones of My Dying Bride in there. But also here, again, a bit of Edge of Sanity. Mother of Dreams like the Swedish influences, and it's particularly Edge of Sanity, where, and again in the track The Urn, where Mother of Graves speed things up a wee bit. But I would say they were mid-paced at best. There's no blast beats or anything. Overall, this is a Death Doom release. Now, I do own Death Doom records, and I have heard a lot of other bands in Death Doom genre. The music could be absolutely spot on, but then the vocalist comes in and just spoils it for me. It's too deep, or it's not growly enough, or it just doesn't tick the boxes for me. But Brandon Howe, by God, does he tick the boxes. Now, this guy is also a drummer. Biggest band I can think of that he was a drummer for was Acheron in the mid-2010s. But for me, I think he should stick to vocals, because this is an absolutely outstanding vocal contribution that Brandon's played in this EP. This EP was mastered at Unisound Studios by none other than Dan Swano. And if Dan Swano is saying that Brandon Howe has some of the best growls that he's heard in a long time, that says a lot from a man of his legacy. So I would definitely give this vocalist a shout. But also you have to look at the quality of the songwritings by the twin guitarists Ben and Chris. Now, they've been in previous bands before, so they knew what makes things work, what makes things tick for a song, and every single one of the 4 songs is just absolutely top notch. I can't fault it in any way. The time changes, the signatures, everything is where it should be. The bassists and guitarists definitely add their own contributions to the songs. Each of the songs have their own stories to tell, but I just cannot underestimate the gift and the strength of this EP release. The only disappointing thing is that it's an EP and only has 4 songs. This is what gets me sometimes about an EP. I much prefer albums because it has a beginning, middle, and end, whereas an EP sometimes leaves you a wee bit hanging, and what you want a wee bit more. And this is exactly the case here. So these guys better write 4 songs quickly. They better release an album quickly. I wouldn't mind if they had these same 4 songs in it, but I want more. I cannot emphasize how strong this material is. If early Katatonia is your wet dream, well, this is the shit. This is the shit. So I have to give this rating 9 out of 10. What I'll do is I'll put all the links where you can purchase the CD down below. I'll also put the links to Wise Blood Records. I'll also put the links to my own Facebook page and my own YouTube channel. But this is a debut release. It's a debut online review for me as well. And what a cracker it is. And it's certainly set the ball high. So once again, the EP is called In Somber Dreams. It's going to be released January 8th through Wise Blood Records, and the band is Mother of Graves. Go and get it.